An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Nigeria is 100% supporting His Excellency Joseph William Biden. No speaker from the opposition will promote us. So we, as politicians, start and show the difficulties in the general areas of proceeding. The general was suppressed an opposition speaker. You will not sit there and let go any further. All the things we pay to do, they all get damaged. Whether it's asset recovery, it died. Or corruption code, it died. Look at minister of local government, it died. Everything they always talk about. We talk about Tourism Act, all those federal acts that will reform my bureau, all those things died for the first 10 months. But as soon as we resurrected, in the Nigeria, all the bills can be passed. Because I don't wait for our country to be. We never said in this country and an opposition be a speaker of the ruling party. It can be. So we better be careful using your money. We don't want to use your money, or we use your money for them politically.
Absolutely later to be on the historic grounds of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds. On these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, putting together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I've arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore at the most decisive time in history. So again, I'm happy. I love the energy here. And I'm happy to see the reception. But I have a few words to deliver here to the nation. On these campuses of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, George Malawia. The chairperson of this great party, Mr. John Akpo, Secretary General Jefferson Tamakoji, astute members of the executive committee of the Congress of Democratic Change, partisans and all. The Congress of Democratic Change is an enduring faith. It is clear to me and also clear to many on this sacrosanct soil on which I stand to deliver these messages today can be found the seed necessary and required for the germination of a new renaissance and a new birth of the new republic impregnated with new transcendent possibilities. This party, the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, has a new Magna Carta based on inclusion, not exclusion, on unity, not separation, on truth, not lies, not on falsehood, not on innuendo, but on the collective mobilization of the energy of the Liberian masses for radical transformation of the society. For the transformation of the living standard of our people, a new Magna Carta of this great movement, of this great party, the Congress of Democratic Change, for the transcendence and annihilation of the psychological insecurity, a tendency which have bedeviled the Republic for decades. A classic example of which has been witnessed lately, involving a very ugly impasse at the legislature, leading to the undermining of the rule of law, a doctrine and principle indispensable and sacrosanct
morning and a pleasant welcome to the Thursday edition of the program, The Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. And indeed, we're here this morning Today is Thursday, the 27th of November. The year is 2025. And gradually we're moving, folks. Whatever you are, however you're listening, whatever the occasion is, we say welcome to the Thursday edition of the show. Today's edition of the show promises to be a well safe but audible breakfast for you this morning, as we have lots of good things on our plates for you this morning. We will have to have a conversation with our correspondent shortly, and then we have with us the guys from the National AIDS Commission. They're going to be here. That will take us straight up to 9 o'clock, and then we will have the most beautiful girls theme here to take us to the final portion of the show. So, folks, wherever you are, however you're listening, whatever the occasion is, we say welcome to the show. For those of you who have birthday on today, we say happy birthday out to you. If you celebrated day or days ago, belated birthday greetings going out to you. For those of you who are looking forward to your birthday or pre-birthday greetings going out to you. And it is certainly good to be here every morning, especially on a Thursday, and then Friday you have Legacy and the team here on Monday to Wednesday, and we are here on Thursday and Friday. I will be joined by my colleague Lorena Honoree as we together rumble you through the Thursday edition of the program, The Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. And today's edition, as I said initially, promises to be a well-served but audible breakfast. Do not look at where you fall. It is certainly good to look at where you stumble your toe, because where you stumble your toe is where the mistake happens. And where you fall is just the end of the action. The end of the action can in no way determine the root cause of the action. So you have to go back to where you went wrong so that you don't have a reoccurrence of what had happened initially. So we encourage you to be good to people, because the good a man does certainly live after him, and the evil a man does as well live after him. Generosity pays, folks. Generosity pays. It is good to be good to people, because you don't know the next minute, you don't know tomorrow, you don't know the next hour, you don't know what tomorrow has. So being good to people is just something that you need to do. All right, folks. So whatever you are, however you're listening, whatever the occasion is, we say welcome to the show. We say welcome to the show. We are here this morning as we rumble you through the weekend edition. That's the Thursday edition of the program. Did I say the weekend? The weekend is tomorrow. So the Thursday edition of the program, we're here to rumble you. So let's update you with our weather report. Our weather report for today is from the BBC weather forecast. Today you will have sunny and a gentle breeze. So the weather report is saying that today we will have a sunny weather. We're going to have a gentle breeze as well. And you know, we are into the dry season already, but we have some issue with climate change. So at times you will have the rain falling. Yes, you will have the rain falling. And I can remember back coming up, as soon as we hit November, we start to experience the sunshine and start to see sign that we are approaching December. That is the dew and all other things attached to it. But now we are experiencing climate change, so these things happen. So we have to crisscross the country very shortly and speak of our correspondent. For those of you who are lovers of the game, you can continue to play the game. The system is open running. Star 799 star 3 hash. Star 799 star 3 hash. The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Star 799 star 3 hash. Let's go to Nimba County to speak of our Nimba County correspondent, Victor Cooper. Victor is our man there in Nimba County. Let's connect with Victor Cooper as we get to know exactly what is going on in that part of Liberia. So we'll go to look for that's Nimba County shortly, Lower Nimba County, to speak with our Lower Nimba County correspondent, Victor Cooper, and then we'll go to Bapuru County to speak with Solomon Tabler to know exactly what is going on in Bapuru County. We hope to make a stop in Lofa County to speak of Jeremiah Dover. So these are counties that we will certainly visit. So we're making effort to join Victor Cooper very shortly. As soon as we have him on, we will certainly have the conversation. All right, we're not getting Victor. Let's go to Solomon Tibla now. Let's go to Solomon Tibla to speak with our Bapodu County correspondent. Solomon Tibla, let's go to Bapodu County now to speak with our Bapodu County correspondent. Solomon Tibla, as soon as we have him on, we will certainly initiate the conversation. We have Solomon Tibla on the line from Bapodu County, Bobodu City. Good morning, Solomon. How are you doing this morning? And how is Bapodu County? Okay, we lost on Solomon. Let's reconnect with him. Let's reconnect with him. As soon as we have him on, we will certainly initiate the conversation. *79 and *3# would like to acknowledge each and every one of you who are following. Good morning, Solomon. How are you doing this morning? And how is Bapodu City, Bobodu City?
Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning to the folks. Good morning, Emmanuel, and good morning to the folks listening to the Spoon Network this morning. Bapodu is good. Bobodu City as well.
In terms of the weather, how are things?
Yeah, okay. We are hoping to experience a good sunshine here in Bobodu City.
Okay, hoping to experience some good sunshine in Bobodu City. Let's go straight to the latest unfolding there from your part of Liberia.
Yeah, Emmanuel, it will interest you to know that in just the month of November, Bapodu have reported 4 different rape cases.
Wow.
And currently, the guys are being sent to court and awaiting court trial at the 16th Judicial Circuit Court.
So 4 different rape cases. The victims, their ages.
Okay, so one of the victims' age is 9. The other one is 14. The other one is 17, and the other one is 12.
So what is the current status of those victims?
You know, Emmanuel Bapodu has been challenged when it comes to the issue of health. You know, Emory Hospital was built, and before, parents used to take their children at the hospital, can we say free of charge? Because if you go there, if there was any medicine that you needed to purchase, and if the hospital don't have that particular medicine, they will have to give you a prescription paper, which of course you will carry to the drugstore to have those drugs purchased. But this time, the Emory Hospital is of different case.
Okay.
Because currently, the county county health team have introduced what they call the drugs revolving system.
Okay.
And basically, the drugs revolving system, if you were one of those persons who will come at the hospital, before you register, you have to pay some money, and before you go and see a physician, you have to pay some money. So everything is not free. By then, things used to be free. So parents are now finding it difficult to access our health care, especially for the Emory Hospital.
Wow, I think that is concerning. The women and children section of the Liberia National Police, have they been confronted with these things and talking about those victims, their well-being, and all other things attached?
And of course, yes, those are things. Some of the parents have been engaging the women and children protection section of the Liberia National Police. But the police is also challenged when it comes to these things. So the only thing is the court doing is to make sure that those who might be victims of sexual harassment, the court will do her best to maybe find some money to get the victim to the hospital for first hand checkup. Then before other people who got some other humanitarians in the country who have been doing very well, to aid the process. But as it stands, Emmanuel, things are still challenged when it comes to the health issue in Bapodu County. And
let's go to the perpetrator of those things in the county. Let's talk about their ages and let's talk about that trial process there in the county.
Yeah. So basically, the suspect, some of them, their ages ranging from 40 to 18.
Wow.
Yeah, because one of the suspect who was arrested and currently being barred he was caught raping a 12-year-old girl in one of the villages.
Wow.
So he was forwarded to court right away. And currently, when it comes to the court process, you know, in Liberia, our court processes, once you don't understand it, you just feel that maybe the court is not doing more, but the court is also doing her best to make sure that those who committed this crime or allegedly committed this crime have their days in court.
Wow, I think it is something to actually talk about the issue of rape there in Bapudu County. Anytime you have information coming from Bapudu County, you should expect some cases or some stories that will be rape related. So, what about this issue of rape there in the county?
You know, Emmanuel, we've been singing this song over and again. In years past, Bapudu is on a map when it comes to rape issues because it will interest you to know that almost every month you will hear there is this rape case in Bapudu. Every month. But it will interest you. Can you imagine in the month of November, Bapudu have reported 4 different rape cases. So it will tell you the increase of rape cases in Bapudu.
And I want to know, has there been some sort of dialogue, talking with parents in terms of looking after their children and helping them? I don't know, just looking after their children, because these things, it is troubling.
Yeah, so Emmanuel, another thing we have considered to be some of those causes for the increase of rape cases in Bapudu. You know, Bapudu is one of the counties where people are doing mining all over the places. And the issue of drugs too, it could be some of those reasons. And you got some of those young guys get themselves, when they come from the gold mine, they know that they come with money. You see them in clubs all over the places. And just imagine if your mind has been stimulated by alcohol or by drugs, nothing else you'll be thinking about but to take advantage on other people who supposed to be future leader of this country.
Wow, I think this is of concern, and the national government need to actually prop into this, and it is very concerning, because as you said initially, reporting initially, that every month you should have some number of rape cases there in Bapudu County, and attributing factors range from people, the intake of narcotic substances and all other things, especially in the mine area. And parents too need to actually look after their children. There needs to be some dialogue. The women and children protection arm of the LMP should try to initiate some of those dialogues with parents. Talk to them to take care of their children. Look after their children. You cannot leave the children vulnerable. When the children when they are vulnerable, these things happen. I think
of course,
it is certainly because you cannot stop those guys.
No,
even though tougher punishment will deter some of them from doing it, but some of them will still go on, and the tougher punishment that someone who have done it before were facing, they will still go ahead doing those things. So parents need to take the matter into their hands, looking after their children.
Of course, yes, because we did a report about this guy who was sentenced for 40 years for allegedly raping a 6-year-old minor.
Look at that. 40 years, 6 years. What actually on that child that enters you? And it's just
so that those are questions we still have to be asking those guys who getting themselves involved into these things. Another guy was sentenced for 50 years. Can you imagine that? And they were transferred from the Bapudu Central Prison to the Monrovia Central Prison. So it will interest you to know that with all of those toughest punishment being given, or some of their colleagues they don't care.
They still don't care. Yeah. All right, Solomon. Thanks a lot for updating us with those reports. Hoping that we'll have you on tomorrow.
Okay, Emmanuel. Thanks for having me this morning.
Okay, thank you. Solomon Tibla is our Bapudu County correspondent. The issue of rape there in Bapudu County, especially Bapudu City, is alarming. Government needs to actually prop into it. It is seriously alarming. As I said initially, tougher punishment would be a very good thing, but parents too, on the other hand, need to actually look after their children. Do not leave the children in the town and go on the farm. These are things that happen when the children are vulnerable. People come and take advantage of the children. These things happen. 21 minutes past 8 o'clock. Let's go to Nimba County, and then we'll come back. We'll take a very short break. As I said initially, very shortly, we will have with us our guest from the National AIDS Commission. We're going to talk much more about some relevant issues as we move on the first segment of the show. This is the Today Show on Spoon 107.5 FM. We connect with Victor Cooper from Nimba County. Good morning, Victor. How are you doing this morning? How's Nimba County?
So good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning to you this morning. Nimba is doing better. We've had this friendly weather here this morning, and Nimba is okay this morning.
All right, Nimba is okay. Let's go straight into it. What's the latest and food in there from your part of Nimba County, Lower Nimba County?
That's Upper Nimba County.
Upper Nimba County, and Christopher Farm is Lower Nimba County.
Yeah, you're right.
Go on.
So Emmanuel, it is starting for the Upper Nimba Bill because we lost one of the longest 10-7 chief, traditional chief of Nimba County. He was one Franklin Toway. Almost the entire Liberia used to know him because he contested with Chief Zanzan Kawa before during their election.
Okay.
So yeah, he lost the election at the time. So he was known in the county very popularly. But then he died 2 days ago. We tried to bring the news to the public.
Has he been buried? Has he been buried?
No, not yet. Not yet. We have been told that his body has been deposited in Sac Lepier, awaiting a family meeting and all of the other activities in the county. So we still look up to the county authority to come out with a day set up for his burial.
Okay.
So basically, one thing that we observe in the county is the issue of the jungle energy power, which have to do with the electricity that is here headed by businessman Flo said Toma. Citizens in Ganta and other surrounding community are planning protests against the company based on the lack of constant electricity in the city. Emmanuel, there are a lot of business people who are now in the city complaining about jungle water should go and a new company come in to take over electricity in Ganta. On a daily basis, the people have a power outage here where so than 2-3 days there is no current. Business people, goods getting damaged. Many of them who running the cold storage, some of them who running other freezer material around here, their goods usually got damaged. So on the basis of that, they are planning protests to take the street, asking Flotoma to leave, and then another company come and take over the electricity here in Nimba County.
So has jungle water management respond to some of those concerns? If yes, what was the response?
So usually they come with apologies to the public. It is not really their fault. You know, they are not getting the current from the country directly. They are taking the current from out of the country and bringing it in the country. Okay. So many times there are too many things that happen on the way. At times trees have to fail on the land. At times they have to get some shock for some shock in the land there in Africa itself. Sometimes too it can come from the Lagne here in from the ring as well. So there are too many excuses, but what happens is that the people of the county are tired with their excuses. So they are not maintaining the land, because if you are a business person, you should maintain your business where you have the land coming from Africa. So those trees around the place should be cut down from around the land. So if you maintain a tree there and then the tree will fall onto the land and then you come in with a complaint, the people are tired with the complaint. Can you imagine? Almost 2 weeks now, Ganta is lack of current. I mean, constant electricity. Ganta is lack of it. Ganta being one of the biggest cities now in Nimba County, it is completely lack of electricity. Where when darkness comes, about 4 or 5 hours, people will be in darkness, and when the current show fade, after 2 hours, the current will go back. So the people are seriously raising concern that there is a need for company to come in to run competition with jungle energy power in the county.
So who will they be presenting that petition to? In terms of that protest?
The county authority, more especially the superintendent, and they will be presenting a petition to the superintendent and followed by the vice president in the county.
Is this only concerning Ganta City or other parts of Nimba County?
Other surrounding cities and villages around here are seriously complaining. If you go on social media, you get people from county complaining. people from Saclay complaining, people coming from Bang will be complaining. So it is just everywhere. It's something that affecting almost the entire community here. Because more especially the business people, those are who running business area with electricity, they are totally complaining.
So when remind us the date of the protest.
There is no date still related for now, but we're still looking out to them. They are still planning that. We're still looking out to the date to be coming out with their protest in the county.
Okay, Victor, thank you for updating us with those reports. Is there another thing perhaps you'd like to add up before taking leave of you, because we don't have the luxury of time?
I know. So several high schools here, the administration disrobed some 12 year for failing in a 4-period test. So about
they expel them or suspend them.
Disrobed that from the neck.
Oh, how many 12 graders are we talking about?
One of the school put out about 7 students, and the other school put out about 3 students that were not able to perform well in the 4-period test here in the county.
You put them in a fire list.
Yeah, so we listen to the principal saying if the second period they may not try, they will come back to either 10 or 11 free. Wow, so it's a serious one coming from the Ministry of Education.
You haven't see school doing these things. I think it is kind of interesting.
You are right, Emmanuel. Many schools don't do that today because many of them feel they are doing businesses and they're running institutions. They don't want to go out to customers, but schools that are doing anything want to set precedent in the place so that students will have focus on education. But imagine you and I know the start of school today in our country. Yeah. Since the then president said the system was a mess, everyone is struggling to make the system from mess to best. So that's why you see your school coming out with those mandates by disrupting that from the neck of other 12 graders.
Okay, thank you, Victor, for updating us with those reports. We hope to have you on tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Okay, so that's how we are closer on the conversation with our correspondent. We'll have to take a very short break. This is the Today Show on Spoon 107.5, folks. Whatever you are, however you listen, whatever the occasion is, we say welcome to the Thursday edition of the show. My name is Emmanuel David. 28 minutes past 8 o'clock. We'll take a very short break. We'll be back, and then we will certainly run you through the final lap of that's the first lap of the program that has to do with the conversation with the folks from the National AIDS Commission. They will be here very shortly as we walk you through the conversation. Keep tuned.
Absolutely later to be on these historic grounds of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds. On these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, putting together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I've arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore at the most decisive time in history. So again, I'm happy. I love the energy here, and I'm happy to see the reception. But I have a few words to deliver here to the nation on these campuses of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, George Malawia. Hello. The chairperson of this great party, Mr. John Akpo, Secretary General Jefferson Tamakoji, astute members of the Executive Committee of the Congress of Democratic Change, partisans and all. The Congress of Democratic Change is an enduring symbol of peace, political inclusion, and broad participation of the marginalized and the vulnerable.
opposition speaker. You will not sit there and have any follow. All the things we pay to do, they all get damaged. Whether it's asset recovery, it's bad. Local corruption code, it's bad. Local ministry of local government, it's bad. Everything they always talk about. We talk about Tourism Act, all those are act of reform by bureau, all those things died for the first 10 months. But as soon as we resurrected, in the Nigeria, all the bills can be passing. Because I want to vote for our country to be. They never said in this country and then opposition be a speaker of the ruling party. It can't be. So we better be careful how you use your money. You don't think you use your money, or you use your money for them politically.
Absolutely elated to be on these historic grounds of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds. On these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, putting together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I've arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore at the most decisive time in history. So again, I'm happy. I love the energy here. And I'm happy to see the reception. But I have a few words to deliver here to the nation. On these campuses of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, George Manawia.
Hello.
The chairperson of this great party, Mr. John Akpo, Secretary General Jefferson Tamakoji, astute members of the Executive Committee of the Congress of Democratic Change, partisans and all. The Congress of Democratic Change is an enduring symbol of peace, political inclusion, and broad participation of the marginalized and the vulnerable.
The opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Nigeria is 100% supporting his excellent.
All right, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. We are back here on the first lap of the Today Show. And I said initially we will have with us our guys from the National AIDS Commission. They are already here as we get set to transition into our conversation. So we take a very short break. I'm getting feedback. Let's take a very short break, and then we will certainly kickstart the conversation. Let's take a very short break. Okay.
An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Nigeria is 100% supporting his excellent President President. No speaker from the opposition will promote us. So we, as politicians, stop and show the difficulties the general arrest or proceeding. The general was suppressed an opposition speaker. You will not sit there and have any follow. knowledge. Whether it answers the top.
We have started out already, so we don't have much time. Let's crisscross the table and get to our guests. We already have them here. Still experiencing the feedback. I don't know what is going on. All right, let's go very shortly and settle this as we get set.
An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic has been 100% supporting His Excellency Joseph Nino Program. No speaker from the opposition will promote us. So we, as Politicians, staff, ensure the difficulty of the general arrest or proceeding. The general of suppress an opposition speaker. You will not sit there and
it is much better from my end here. All right. So, folks, thanks a lot for rejoining us. And welcome to the first lap of the donation of School 107.5 FM. As I said initially, we have our guys from the National AIDS Commission, and we will have to crisscross the table and have an introduction. Good morning, guys. How you doing? Right. Yes. Can you just kind of introduce yourself shortly?
So, Tracy N. Pensecar, Commissioner for Partnership at the National AIDS Commission.
I'm J. Alexander Zogwe Senior, Commissioner for Decentralization National AIDS Commission.
All right. So, welcome to school, and how's everything going?
Great. I mean, good. We are preparing towards the World AIDS Day, which is December 1st.
Okay. So, let's go to Mr. Silver. Mr. Silver, how is the commission? How is the National AIDS Commission?
The National AIDS Commission is great.
Okay.
And we are on course of our task.
The commission is great in terms of its workings, and you are certainly on course.
Yes.
All right, so on December 1 will be the World AIDS Day, commemorating the observance of the World AIDS Day. And what is your institution doing? So just kind of talk us through that.
Well, the institution is mobilizing support for the World AIDS Day.
Okay.
The president is also with us, and he's going to be the keynote speaker.
Okay.
So we are mobilizing across the country, especially in the 6 countries where we have our offices open.
All right, so let's get to Tracy. You being the decentralized person,
Partnership.
How's it like in terms of this entire process, in terms of having the inclusion of everybody coming on board to have this observing a success?
Yeah, thank you so much. So, since 1988, around the world, globally, people celebrate World AIDS Day, and it's no different from what has been happening or what is happening now. Around the world. People are preparing. That's the same way we are also preparing as well. So, with the partnership, we are having a good reception from people from the public, especially from the press release that was heard on the 20th. Giving the numbers of people living with HIV and AIDS drew the attention of the public. So we are having a lot of reception in terms of people involvement, partners, private institution, government. So this year World AIDS Day is I would say is a wake-up call, actually based on the number that was pronounced on the 20th by the chairperson of the National AIDS Commission. So as the chairperson for this year, there are a series of activities that is ongoing and we're supposed to be doing before December 1st. So this year, it kind of different because usually before we commence for the World AIDS Day, we have a committee where we call all partners in terms of government entity, private sector, to involve them in brainstorming how can we celebrate the day, how do we look forward for support and what have you. So this year, usually we wait for the UNAIDS to give us the global team, and actually when we got the global team, because we started preparing even before the global team, but we also anticipated the global team based on what we received, based on the committee and the crafter, which is the technician at the back. So this year global team, overcoming disruption and transforming the HIV response. Based on that, when we receive it, we're already prepared, because we have at the commission, we have done a series of activity that, because we already have that mind with the kind of we wasn't in any transition. All of a sudden we just hear USAID withdrawn. So it was a shock, not only to Liberia, but even developing country, to the whole world. Yeah, it was a shock with the HIV response. So based on that, we came around the table. We were able to, because when you receive the global team, you have to narrow it down to country context. So the committee met based on everybody expertise and support brainstorm. And that's how we came up with the national team, which is mobilizing resources, domestic resources, transforming the HIV response. Because it's very important for us. Because 3 things for intervention in public health: you have to have the ability to have the data. Now we have the data. The data is available. What do we do with it? We have. I can say yes. We have technicians capable of addressing those issues because of the gain that we have made over the years. And now where we are is for us to make sure that we have funding. Funding is the key thing. So when we received the global team and we're able to narrow it down to our country context, there was a series of engagement from the National AIDS Commission that was done. So firstly, we're able to we are developing a sustainability roadmap, which is very key for us as a country, because we're looking at 30-30, any AIDS as a public health threat where people will not be stigmatized. We're thinking, okay, we need a way forward. How can we but we're not expecting it in 2025. So our 2030 came in 2025. So we're able to have the sustainability, which the government has embraced. We don't want it to be like we want to integrate the HIV activity within the national health system. We don't want to have it separately the way we used to have it before, where we had government had a point whereby donors were supporting, but now we don't have that. We have to move from where to have donors dependent and be able to own what we have. So based on that, we also were able to call the private partnership forum, calling all the business entity, local NGOs, people that are in businesses to come and to join us to see how they will be able to support us in terms of domestic resource mobilization. It can just be only financing. The way we have Spoon, you can say, okay, you can have a time on air, you come, those are the things that we were trying to look at. And based on that, we know the president have the heart of the National AIDS Commission, but we wanted to take it holistically, because looking at individual oneness, just in case another person comes, would they have the same interest in the National AIDS Commission? So based on that, we're able to have a legislative engagement where we have key members of the legislators telling them about the gaps that we have, and based on the withdrawal of USAID has sent a huge blow to the HIV response. So we are on path based on the global team and on the.
And I think this local team is strategic to call the attention of partners. It is a holistic something that requires all stakeholders. Yeah. You just talk about engaging the legislature in terms of the gap. What was the response?
I mean, because sometimes when you don't engage people, you might not know what they know, because everybody have their own perception that the HIV response has been supported. So when we're able to do our presentation and have a dialogue, and even within our meeting, we had people living with HIV, the network, they were also there too, because you cannot be advocating for people and you're not part of the process. So they were always seeing the gap. We have a very good warm reception. That's why this year we'll be celebrating the World AIDS Day on the Capitol Hill. We already, yeah, that's what we'll be celebrating the World AIDS Day, and the president will be the keynote speaker. We have also sent invitation out to all of them. They have given us go ahead. We are working along with them. So there's a great reception. So we see a great light end of the tunnel.
In terms of support, looking at the gap that you just outlined, well, I want to ask whether you were keen in terms of support. Is it financial support in terms of budgetary development?
Yes, Ricky, the government has been doing well, but you know, when it comes to visibility, it's very expensive. We saw here when Ebola came, you know, the issue of awareness and whatever, we're not seeing that anymore. You know, coming to the radio station, we're not just walking like that. We need to pay, we need to create, we need to make flyers, posters, and what have you. So it was based on that. We're telling them that, hey, we need more awareness. We need, because of the numbers that we have now, so we need our budget to be increased in terms of creating a visibility, so that we can bring people out, so that, because the more you create that awareness, people will be able to make informed decision on a good health seeking behavior. So it was really key for us, and it's the reason that, oh yes, now that, yeah, we have the Global Fund here. But for the National AIDS Commission, most of the support from Global Fund goes to care, and treatment, medication, testing. But when it comes to the National AIDS Commission, Global Fund left it for the government to take over. So that's where we were coming in, so that we can be able to support adequately. Yes, sir.
Well, I think that is kind of interesting. Let's talk about the December 1 event that's coming up in terms of your role as the chair on decentralization. How is it going in terms of getting everybody on board from 15 candidates? Because Montserrat is not just Liberia. Liberia stretches afar. Other places like Bapuru, some of those hard to reach places. How are things going?
Well, thank you very much. You know, the National AIDS Day is a day that has been set aside by the global community to create awareness on the HIV, you know, response.
Okay.
Testing, care and treatment, how far have we gone? Because when HIV came about, they said there was no treatment, and people, when you get it, you can die. So this time we are creating awareness that when you get HIV, you cannot die. And we are also observing those who have died, from the AIDS, and those who are living with the HIV. We want to identify ourselves with them, and people who are affected by the HIV, because if you are HIV positive in your family is affected. So at this point in time, we are saying mobilizing domestic support to transform the HIV response. So based on that, we were able to get to, as president, National AIDS Commission is present in 6 countries. We are not across the 15 countries yet, but we are in 6 countries, and we want to make sure that the 6 countries on board. The 6 countries are Montserrat, Bassot, Bomi, Bond, and Nemba country. So as we speak, activities are going on. Yesterday we were in Bento, meeting with the stakeholders on dialogue on how to reduce stigma and discrimination. So we are doing well, trying to reach out to all of the countries, and all the 6 countries on board. Activities are going on there. Do you want to say we have received from one country how
there have been some positive response?
Response, yes. All the program we are having is also, rolled down in the various countries.
The celebration, as Honorable Khan just said, will be at the Capitol building. We will be simultaneously celebrating.
Yes, Nemba country will be having it at Ganta.
Okay.
Ganta City. Bon country in Banga. And Magibi will be in Kakata. Right now, I speak to you, my director is in Kakata.
So we have Magibi. Manta,
Mikey B, Paso, Monserrado, Bon, and Nimba. For me.
What about the other counties?
I'm saying this is the reasons why we are calling for domestic support. Because we need,
It seems to be that there have been some sort of low support to this very great institution, because health is actually well, and you look at the National AIDS Commission that is directly dealing with those who are affected with the virus, and even those who are not affected with the virus. Your role is very key.
Yes, if you see the global team overcoming disruption, transforming the AIDS response, there have been disruption. WHO, that is the known regulator of health activities globally, that is the known coordinator of the national response. We produce the strategic plan. The MAE framework is on the head of the National AIDS Commission, but yet National AIDS Commission had not been having direct support from the partners, and the money can they go to care and treatment, just as the commission said. But for the National AIDS Commission to have portion of that money to empower the commission to get out to monitor and exercise oversight, had been limited. So when this president took over, he declared, political commitment, that one of the key that the global community is looking at, political commitment. So the president has made that commitment. You can remember that some time ago, he organized the fundraising dinner, for the National AIDS Commission, where he personally donated cars and money. So now he has set the stage. So now we are on the stage now where, for instance, I can, give a scenario that whereby in the interior, we can get hunger CC. That hunger CC can, plenty of people don't have the food to provide for their household. Only few people can have food, so now people go to them for, to ask them for crumbs. But now it reached a time that the people there who can give them to begin, starting. They say, no, we don't get plenty of money or plenty of food to give it to you. So the family can mobilize now and say, look, let's take resources and go in the bush to go dig. So now we are reached to the point now we are telling Liberian people that we need to go dig. People that have been giving us support, they say they don't have money again. So let's take our basket, our tools, and go in the bush to go dig. So this is why we engaged the national legislature. Last time we said the president is taking the lead. The secretary is taking the lead. What are you waiting for? We are going to go dig. So this is where we are. And but the support from the executive now, we have been able to reach even the 4 countries we're talking about have been Dortmund. But right now we are activated, their activities. We have the steering committee activated in Paso, now in Nimba. So we are going across.
Okay, it seems to be there are some sort of progress. So let's get to Honorable Khan. Just elaborate more on the essence of December 1 observing of the national or the observing of the International AIDS Day. Just elaborate more. What's it important to have all other stakeholders coming on board to form part of this entire great initiative?
It is very important because we know that HIV is a lifelong a disease which need to be heard across the country every day. But on December 1 is the day set aside where everybody leave their work and join us for people that have passed, and to remember our lost one and to also celebrate the gain that we have made. And also flag out some of the challenges we have to move forward as a country. What can we do as a country? So it is a day set aside to celebrate. Let's celebrate our gain. Let's tell the world this is where we have reached at the end of the day. From January to December, where are we in terms of the HIV response? So it is a day that is set aside for us to celebrate, to remember our lost one in the fight, and then come together and ask ourselves, what can we do moving forward in terms of fighting, talking about discrimination, stigma, and what have you, talk about our challenges, and tell the story like we having our story of cantata, people sitting around the firehouse. That is how it is. Everybody telling the story. Commitment being made by lawmakers, commitment being made by civil society. How can we address this issue? The youth, the religious community. So we are calling it is a day that we are calling on everybody to walk on the street, leave whatsoever that you are doing. Walk on the street and say, no, people living with HIV, they are staying here and they are still part of all, they contribute significantly to this country, and it is a day set aside to celebrate them. Some of them passed, they have their children, they are orphans. Those are the stories that we want to talk about, that we can get support and people hear this story, because December, a lot of people pulling in. It's a festivity month, and it's a month where everybody listens to the radio, want to know what is happening. The year is about to end. People try to make resolutions. So, your resolution, what are you trying to make? Do you want to support us in terms of when it comes to HIV? Is what can you do? What can you do in terms of addressing the issue as a youth, social life? What can we do? So the day is really set aside for us to celebrate and remember our past one, and then move forward, celebrate our gain, and also face those challenges and see how we can address those challenges in terms of commitment from our government, from civil society, and whatever.
Are we expecting other major stakeholders to be a part of the entire process? Because the keynote speaker will be the president. Are we expecting other dignitaries, international partners based in Liberia, and some from some of our legislators to be there at the entire program?
100%. We would have loved to invite all of the lawmakers. You can imagine some of the invitation we took out the past few days. Okay. We've been having engagement in the hallway with all the lawmakers. I don't want to call name. Please send out invitations so we can be part of the day. So I'm saying that press conference was a wake-up call for everybody, because everybody thought we had this under control, but no, there are things happening. So we will have a dignitary, we have invited government entity, we have invited a lot of people. Even people are calling us from different organizations to be part of an invitation, from businesses to work along with us, because everybody sees it as everybody's business. HIV is not one person business, it's everybody's business. So yes, we have good number of people, ambassadors from different countries. They will be there as well to celebrate with us.
So we have about Miss Wukiku. She's now on camera, and she has joined the conversation. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, just a little closer to the mic.
Thank you for having me, and I'm happy that we are about to have a discussion. Let us talk openly, honestly about HIV.
So you are from LabNet.
LabNet.
LabNet is a national network of persons living with HIV.
Yes.
How is your institution relevant to this entire upcoming engagement that has to do with the observance of the HIV? What is the?
Okay. Well, what is the day, like what my colleague said, is all about us and our gains. And from the beginning of conversation, because the planning of what is not just a week or two. So we have been there with them from the planning, from the initial planning till now. So we have been fast, because there's nothing the government can do without us. So we have been there from the beginning, and we also would like to serve and tell ourselves on the day of war, December 1st.
Okay, so the working relationship with the National AIDS Commission is cordial.
Yes, it's cordial, and they are not the only one. Like for the formulation of LabNet, They are our chair, and then we have the National AIDS and Control Program, which is NACP, as our co-chair.
All right, so folks, if you just joining us, this is a reminder that you're listening to the Traditional Spoons with Sample Fact FM. We have the in-studio first, the guys from the National AIDS Commission. You know, the National AIDS Commission is one institution that is not always in the news, but when they hit the news, is something of concern. Of recent, the National AIDS Commission come up with a number of 36,000 individuals living with HIV/AIDS. Do you care to tell us more about that, and how did you come up with that number?
So I will talk, and the rest of my colleagues will hear me as well. Yes, so the numbers is real. It's an estimate. Yes, everybody is concerned about the numbers. So HIV during those days is widespread. Everybody was hearing about it. And some of the things that we have seen why people are not paying key attention to it is because of the emerging and re-emerging of infectious diseases. Like you will hear monkeypox outbreak, and then everybody will tend to it. Oh, when they say monkeypox, COVID, everybody. Then we forget that people are living with HIV and AIDS. Then you will hear Ebola. So that's why I told you that we started preparing as the crafter. We're sitting down and say, no, we can't just, when it's emergency, this cup is important. When emergency, you tend to, when you forget about it at all and get rusted, then you don't have another cup to use. And then that cup now contributes a lot to your country too. It's part of your country, and you're forgetting about it. So that's why we have the sustainability roadmap. We are saying that we should integrate the system. We can be on emergency, and at the same time, we are taking care of people living with HIV and AIDS and other diseases. So these numbers are real. I think when the number came out, we have blocker that it was good that the publicity, the visibility, everybody was talking about it. It was something that I really looked forward to. And actually it happened, but we had both negative and positive side from the public. So for the numbers, it's real, but we saw where people had Dubo Road, 4,400.
I was about to ask that question.
Yeah, that's.
Did you come up with a specific number attached to a particular community?
No, that's false and misleading. We would never do that because we are also preaching against stigma and discrimination. So if I say I put out a data talking about Dubo Road is 4,000, nobody will want to live in Dubo Road, and people have already been stigmatized in Dubo Road already. So we will not do that. We are trying to avoid stigma and discrimination. So we will not do our disaggregation and say Dubo Road 4,400. Then it destroys the whole terms of moving in. What we're talking about 2030, people should come out and say, okay, I have HIV and AIDS like other countries and able to take their medication. So that particular blog or whosoever that was circulating, whatever, is false and misleading. It's not from the National AIDS Commission, it's not from Ministry of Health, it's not from the National AIDS Control Program or even any other partner. We will not do that. We are trying to fight stigma and discrimination. We will not do that. Yes, we have facility in those territories, but we will not do that.
Just to point with you a little bit. How did you come up with the number in terms of the testing? Was it done through the health facilities? Because these are concerning. The public want to know. How did you do that?
Yeah, so we have not launched national voluntary testing.
Okay.
It's from the health facilities, health facility based. That's what we are doing. Unlike other countries where you have system that has been built, when you're ready to get married, you have to do your HIV test and whatever. Those numbers are there. But it's based on facility where people walk to the facility and get tested. Or maybe you want a prevention pills or whatever. But it's not like you go to your office and like, here we come and do testing. No, it's not voluntary. It's people that walk. So people are even crying on the numbers. So let's say, for example, have voluntary testing. That number might even be more than that. So these numbers are just facility-based number. So like I said, we will not be able to stigmatize anybody. So those were misleading. You see, for the media, those bloggers, what we expect from them, you have other bloggers that were saying things. Oh, how can we come together to create awareness? Those are the things we are looking for. Because if you start stigmatizing those communities, then people start shying away and going in their corner. They will not be able to have that health-seeking behavior they are having anymore. Because by the time you reach somewhere, you say, "Oh, I'm from Duboro, you get ASU. I'm from Banave." No, that's not what we are trying to preach. So if you are a blogger or you are a social media content creator out there, we are telling you that let's create awareness. Let's encourage each other to do our testing. Let's live a good life. If you know you cannot stay with one partner, brother, sister, use protection, because the next generation, we are trying to protect it. And these numbers that we have, yes, people will compare and say in other countries, but looking at our population, you go to other country, our whole country will consume, like everybody will be having HIV and AIDS. Look out for Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is 81,000 out of a million. I don't know how many million plus. So that's a lot. So, and we are bordering all these places, like what Commissioner Zugbe just said. We want to be in the 15 counties. We want to be in the 15 counties because we have Africans have a high burden of HIV, and people are migrating every day, one way or the other. So it's very, very key for us as well.
The number is a reflection of the 15 counties.
Yes.
So let's
thank you very much. You know, this is what makes the December 1st celebration significant to the public, because on December 1st, we as a nation and people got to reflect upon ourselves, to remember where we came from and to appreciate where we are and decide where we want to go to from here, how we intend to get there. You know, when the HIV was identified in Liberia in 1986, it was, alarming, panicking. So the government immediately, organized the National STI and AIDS Control Program to respond to the, pandemic. So from that end, the World Health Organization proposed celebration of World AIDS Day in 1987. 1988, we celebrated the first World AIDS Day globally. Okay. From there now, the UNAIDS, the United Nations Joint Committee on AIDS, took over the program. So they can come up with the estimate prevalence or number of people living with HIV in each country. Okay. So UNAIDS gave us the data. They use the spectrum to determine the number of people living with HIV in Liberia. So the came and said that in 2025, there are 36,000 people living with HIV in Liberia. So now what you need to know is the 36,000 that people living with HIV in Liberia, how far are we going with letting them to know that they are HIV positive? Because the global target is by the year 2030, the people living with HIV, 95% will know that they are HIV positive. And that 95% will be on treatment. And those who will be on treatment, 95% will have viral suppression. At that level, HIV will no longer become a disease of public health concern, because people who are virally suppressed, they cannot transmit the disease to their sexual partner during unprotected sex. Therefore, we are saying that we are making progress. People, the 36,000, we have 86% of people now that know that they are HIV positive in Nigeria. Unlike the 2016, we got 20%. People that live with HIV, only 20% know that they were HIV positive, that people diagnosed at that time. And the people that were on treatment was very less, 11% of the people were on treatment. But today, 99% or 86% that know that they're on treatment. And 95% get viral suppression. So for you to just get on and say that, and Duboro get this one, we cannot do that. In the first place, we are the lone, coordinator of the response. So people who are doing the implementation, we're monitoring them, whether they are following standard or doing the work. And people are following the standard. When it comes to HIV counseling and testing, confidentiality matters. So how would you say, that's so number of people living with HIV in Duboro and this and that? So these are misinformation. And we want the public to listen to the National AIDS Commission, the Ministry of Health, that people then who have the authority to tell you this is, what is happening in the country. But now on social media, you go there, you get it. And in fact, we tell them that if we follow all the source, we're able to sue you for providing false information. And you are stigmatizing the people. You are making those who are taking treatment to people not to go there. And no adherence to the treatment can break the person down. You see? So those kind of information, when they get into the public space, we want to know we are serious about it, and we are telling them that they must the management must retract it, because we had legal counsel with us that we the president will make it.
So people who are spreading those false information, you have plans to get after them.
Of course, this information, where it came from, we will follow it up. But right now, we are telling the person who made it, who gave the information, to retract it. Is that true?
Because they have been concerned about the issue of numbers attached to community. But we'll have to get to that. Let's talk a little bit with Miss Wukiku, in terms of your organization working alongside to create the awareness, because LipNet is the network concerned with persons living with HIV/AIDS, and your role is very key to this, to the fight against the virus.
Yeah.
Are you more concerned about the numbers?
The numbers. Firstly, the numbers are. It's not about new infection, because I think this was where the country, I would say, got a little bit like afraid. Okay. The 36,000 that was reported are numbers from the past and present that is accumulated. And for the government, especially for the Ministry of Health, that is something like it's an estimated. It's not actually 36, but it's estimated.
So it could be more.
It could be more, it could be less. But the issue here is estimated, so in terms that it helps the program to be able to procure medication for those of us living with HIV. So it's not something of 33,000 new infections. So our prevalence rate still remain the same. Yeah, which is 1.1 to 1.3%. We still remains the same, because there are a lot of work that we have been done. So when misinformation is spread, people panic. But what we need to understand is compassion and correct information. And what my colleague said, by doing those distribution, the blocker or whoever did that didn't do right to the country. So because when people are like scared, they avoid testing.
Okay.
And that is what holds us back, because it's with the testing that will be able to help us know, like what the commissioner said, 86% know their status. And out of that, because by 2030, we're supposed to be having to be able to meet up with our group and UNA's target.
Okay.
And so the remaining percentage, we need to find them. And how can we find them? Is by testing. And the other commissioner said, voluntary testing. They have people who walk in. They have people who, when they are sick, but based on your condition that you explain, then you are requested to do testing. So it's all around there that we need to find the numbers, but it's not about new infection.
Okay. So she highlighted something that is very important that has to do with testing. Are you contemplating on working with institutions to, like, or spoon here, or institution, ministry and agency, to have the tests going out to those places, having people getting tested? Do you have plans for that?
Yeah, so we have a plan. I think our first board meeting, we're able to discuss on what can we do, how can we move forward in terms of bringing those numbers and domestic resource mobilization. So we have a workplace policy that we have, So it's something that next year we're going to work on. We will write all the institution, private, government institution, telling them the numbers of employees that they have, and then we'll be able to train, because sometimes people don't understand what they are getting into. They only hear from outside, especially bloggers. Since they hear something on the media, they just take it and run with it. So we'll have a workplace policy training. We train your staff, educate them. With that, people are converted to say, okay, I can do my. So from there now, the discussion around the table, what is the way forward? How many person is willing to do that test? So those are the things we are trying to do. Like you said, we are looking for the rest of those people that we don't know to reach our global target. And you know, when it comes to public health, when you have found all the key people, players that contribute or at risk, to find that small number to reach your target is not an easy thing. You might think that, oh, you have reached 86. Why you can reach the 95%? It's really difficult, because now we're thinking, where can we go now to get these people? So for us, the challenges we have is lack of domestic resource mobilization. We know when USAID was here, the target, it was them that really helped us to reach to our first 95, because we were able to identify, they were able to have programs for test workers. So we target them and we're able to do testing. Now what even helping us? So now we have, so those small, how can we get people out? So we have also embarked on looking at, like what I'm telling you now, looking at institutions to see how we can get those numbers. So we need, these people are part of us, whether we like it or not. Yesterday on Prime FM, people was like, you people are giving prevention and you people are encouraging immorality. No, we are not encouraging immorality. Everybody have rights. What somebody does in their bedroom is not our business. Our business here is the country, is internal affairs, whatever they want to do. But for us, our kids, everybody have access to help. Let's say, for example, I left my house, right? I came here. After here, where I'm going next, I might not choose to tell my husband where I'm going. So because of that, we are protecting everybody, whether men, transgender, whether we like it or not. We have these people that are living with us. They are part of us. So the key thing is we have to have everybody covered. So because of that, we are encouraging everybody to be part and parcel of it. I'm a Christian. People say, oh, you encouraging men to be with men. No, whether I like it or not, what you do in your bedroom, that's your bedroom affair. But once the government supports everything. Okay, when we're going to vote, do we say when you're transgender, don't go vote? Will we say when you prostitute, you don't go vote? Okay, people might be standing on the street, but we also have women that are at home, that are educated, that are working, have 4, 5, 6 boyfriends. What about that? It's because they are not standing on the street. So we need to cover everybody. Our key message is not to say, oh, we want these people to have this, but everybody have their right to health-seeking behavior. So when they go to the health facility, you cannot stigmatize them in the community. That's what we say. Because let's say, for example, you have pressure. Can your pressure be transmitted to me? No, it cannot be transmitted to me. Yet it will have effect on the country, but it's not a thing that will have effect on me. But HIV, one HIV case is an emergency. Because when one person sleep with another person, you never know when the other person is going to the other person. So it's one of the key things that we are looking at for domestic resource management. And then call to action. What do we want as a country for this war is there should be a clear, we can look at all the negative aspects in terms of giving the disaggregation, the false disaggregation on numbers from community, but I can assure you we have bloggers that were able to take the national budget to look at it and read some blogger, and they were able to give key thing that the government needs to support. We should have a clear guideline when it comes to budgetary allocation in terms of addressing the issue. Visibility, awareness is very expensive. If you think it's nice, before you gather people, opinion leader he's talking about, we have to pay their way, because you cannot take somebody from one village to another. And, they don't have transport. They can walk and come. So those are the things that we are talking about. And we are also asking the government should take ownership of the HIV response in terms of looking at the sustainability roadmap. once we have a holistic approach, we don't have to stress ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are addressing health issues holistically. Then when we are looking at the budget, we can say, okay, we have the budget of maybe 200, I'm just saying 1 million or 200,000 goes to health, and these are the various allocations to each institution as they go. So we want to say that for the past year, when we took over from the National AIDS Commission, it was the budget was now, but I mean, when you look at the budget now, it's a one-way step forward. We'll keep engaging, and we know that the lawmakers, based on our engagement with them, they are looking forward to do something good, and we are looking at them. So on that day, we'll be seeking for their commitment, for the public to hear what they have to say in terms when it comes to the HIV response.
All right, so we don't have the luxury of time, and we have to take a few calls and come back to you to close up. 0776 46 24 17. Our original line is down, so we have an alternative line here for you this morning. For those of you following, you have a question and you would like to ask, 0776 46 24 17. Or better still, call us on 0555 101075, 0555 101075, 0776 46 24 17. These are the numbers to call. Block 4 of your calls. We have the guys from the National AIDS Commission here. We're talking about the upcoming event, and we're talking about the recent release about the people living with AIDS, some 36,000. So you can kindly block 4 of your calls, 0776 46 24 17, 0555 101075. Let's go to line 1. Pick up this call. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. What's your name and where do you call us from?
I chose to remain anonymous because I'm one of the victims of HIV.
Okay, go on.
Yes. So yeah.
Hello? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't cut you off. You went off by yourself. 0555 101075, 0776 46 24 17. Our original line is down. For those of you who are calling, the original line is down. So we have an alternative line here for you this morning. 0776 46 24 17. 0776 46 24 17. Or better still, call us on 0555 101075. These are the numbers to call. Our original line is down. I'm sure that you guys have an issue with that, but we have a little technical problem here this one, so our original line is down. So plug for your calls 0555 101075, 0555 101075. Let's pick this call.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Well, I'm fine. What's your name and what do you call us from?
Yes, I'm the one that called. I said I was one of the victims.
Yeah, just go on.
Okay. So you see, for me, this is a reality, right? I initially went to the hospital and I was diagnosed from the beginning for arthritis to now deny it. That was 2018. But later on, when my body was breaking down, I had a bath. And my friend told me that you had to go to the testing center, the general testing center, so that you can do your testing. And I went there. And from that time up to today, I've been on medication. Initially, I was having one more medication. And then later on, 3 months, up to 6 months, and gradually, by the grace of God, I'm living my healthy life. But you see, there are a lot of people that are living with HIV and they don't want to accept the fact. I have a partner, but we are not together now. And we have 2 children. So within that time, I know exactly. It was right after my graduation from the University of Liberia before I experienced this particular sickness. And right after that, she left me and went. So yeah. People that are living with a particular virus. So one of the encouragement I would like for the ministry to do or encourage other people is that they should try to encourage other people that when they have done the testing, let them come and let there be some level of financial assistance. Therefore, encouragement so that they can destroy when you are taking your test, you are doing your test and you are on treatment, doing everything, you will look at your status. The improvement from your status, you can start to be something will lay a lot of funds.
Okay.
At least I think that treatment will lay a lot of people will try to fund. So I just try to get that recommendation.
Thank you. I think we don't have time. We don't have time left because we have exhausted the time with the topics. So we will have to move on because we have remaining 4 minutes. Probably there are some other things that we didn't talk about. You'd like to throw light on.
Yeah.
I just want to respond to the caller.
Yeah.
That one of the reasons why the World AIDS Day is important.
We're not taking courses.
Yeah, to identify with people who are living with HIV. He says it's a victim because it's spouse left him because of his positivity.
Can we just switch this caller here?
Yeah.
Hopefully it will be very important. It will be our very last practice course. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, you're live. My name is Emmanuel. What's about you? What's your name?
My name is Anthony Malakwa, and I'm calling from Lieutenant Office.
Go on, make your point quickly.
Okay, thanks so much. There have been some achievement from the time HIV was discovered in this country up to present. There have been some tremendous improvement in the work. But again, there are some challenges. This is what the mobilization is very key. I will go to celebrate this year World AIDS Day. There are so many challenges here that they need some improvement. Okay, for instance, even Lieutenant is not at present. Lieutenant is not in all of the county. No, is not in all of the county. No, all of this because of lack of funding, and our great support has been coming from the presidential empowerment, and that has also been cut off. So there need our national government. We say thank to the president leadership, but we need more support. Okay. When it comes to stigma, now as we speak, people who is stigmatized. Even in our chat room, there have been people blackouts putting names in our chat room, calling people, listing of people that are living with HIV in the country. And these are not fair. These are needs to be stopped. You can't go out and stigmatize people, putting listing of people's need without their consent is not acceptable.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we don't have time already. So thank you, Miracle. So let's.
Yeah, just I was saying I want to encourage him to be on his treatment.
Okay.
Even though he's taken masked by his wife leaving him, but the good thing he has done is to remain adherent to the treatment. His suggestion, we started it before when we started the care and treatment. We used to have support. We give food when you come for your return visit. We give you food. So now we pay people where to go and this and that. But now people who are providing those things, they say they don't get plenty things to go to oil again. Now we are calling for domestic visual support so that we will be able to stay on our own. The commission just told you about the sustainability roadmap we are having. All the people that will be gone. So we can even say you buy your own medicine, we try to do it. So how we do it is why we are calling on the public and the government so that we can stay on our own to carry on our national HIV response. So I want to tell you, thank you very much for continuing his medicine.
Okay. Quickly.
Okay, like for the network, we have done a lot. We have done advocacy, we have done retention, that is need to those who are tested, they remain in care. We have also done like what we call the PMTCT, pregnant mothers who are positive, having negative babies. And so there are a lot of interventions that we have done as a network. Yeah. And even the increase of the viral load, because time back, we were very, very, very low in viral load. And because with the viral load is what helps to determine whether the medication is working for you as an individual. So we have been doing all of that as a network. So like for me, what I would like to say to the government, because we are the government, but those who make the final decisions for us, we should like what the commissioner said, domestic funding is important. The reason why those funding needs to be there is because we don't want shortage of stock out of medications or test kits and so forth. We don't want those things to be shortage. So there's a need that the government include budget, special budget for people living with HIV. So great to see you there on Worry.
So for my parting statement, I just want to say thanks to SPO and thanks. I don't want to call our partners, but I want to say thank you so much for the support. It's overwhelming. Well, the work will be on Broad Street, YMCA. What WCA?
YMCA.
Crown Hill, YMCA, and then the work will start at 8:00 a.m. So we asking all of you to be there. T-shirt will be available, and we'll walk the street of Monrovia, and all of us will gather at the Capitol building, where our president will give his keynote message telling us what they have for us. We'll have our legislators to sitting there, commitment from them to see how we can move forward. So we say thank you all, but remember that when you have HIV, you're taking your medication, you can get married, you can have baby, just take it consistently. So we know it's not easy when you are diagnosed, but you are not alone. We are here. You can call us. We have our offices where we can counsel you. We can talk about if you've been stigmatized in your community, report it, because we have document on that. People can go to jail for it. So if you are living out there, you are HIV patient, and you have been stigmatized in your community, please come out and let us know so that we can fight against stigma and discrimination at 2030, that we will not have public health threats in terms of people living with HIV and AIDS. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So, folks, there you have it. That's from the National AIDS Commission. We were here first, so that's how we wrap up on this first segment. Next is the most beautiful girls. They're going to be up here very shortly. Let's go for a very short break and be back very shortly.
An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm a regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Nigeria is 100% supporting His Excellency Joseph Iwobono. No speaker for the opposition will promote us. So we, as politicians, start and so the difficulty of the general arrest or proceeding. The general was suppressed an opposition speaker. We will not sit there and let go any further. All the things we plan to do, they all get damaged. Whether it answers the committee, it died. Look at corruption code, it died. Look at the ministry of local government, it died. Everything they only talk about. Because the Terrorism Act, all those law act that will reform my bureau, all those things died for the first 10 months. But as soon as we resurrected, in the Nigeria, all the bills can be passing. Because I don't waited for our country to be. To never sit in this country and let an opposition be a speaker of the ruling party. It can't be. So we gotta be careful using your money. Ready for use your money, or you use your money for them politically. An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm a regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Nigeria is 100% supporting His Excellency Joseph Iwobono. No speaker for the opposition will promote us. So we, as politicians, start and so the difficulty of the general arrest or proceeding. The general was suppressed an opposition speaker. We will not sit there and let go any further. All the things we plan to do, they all get damaged. Local access to community, it died. Local corruption code, it died. Local ministry of local government, it died. Everything they always talk about, because of Tourism Act, all those act of reform and bureau, all those things died for the first 10 months. But as soon as we resurrected, in the Nigeria, all the bills can be passing. Because I don't wait for our country to be. To never take this country and then opposition be a speaker of the ruling party. It can be. So you better be careful using your money. You don't even use your money, or you use your money for them politically.
Absolutely elated to be on these historic grounds of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds. On these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, put together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I've arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore at the most decisive time in history. So again, I'm happy. I love the energy here. And I'm happy to see the reception. But I have a few words to deliver here to the nation. On these campuses of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, George Malawia. The chairperson of this great party, Mr. John Akpo, Secretary General Jefferson Thomas Koji, astute members of the Executive Committee of the Congress of Democratic Change, partisans and all. The Congress of Democratic Change is an enduring symbol of peace, political inclusion, and broad participation of the marginalized and the vulnerable.
Spawn 7.5 FM, broadcasting programs of information, education, and entertainment right here in Congo Town, Monrovia. I'd like to say good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you are doing. We welcome you to our broadcast. My name is Lorena Honoré, of course. The program is the Today Show, and we are here to make sure you get all information you need when it comes to breakfast, be it political, economical, social, educational, health issue. Everything we can talk here. So my woman in the market or my papa in the offices or wherever you are, the doctors, our nurses, teachers, we welcome you to the show. Whatever you are doing, our drivers, take your time, drive safely. It is an honor to be seated with the most beautiful girl in Liberia contestants. The ladies are here and we are going to be bringing them in bit by bit. We have 3 already in studio. Let me make sure you see their beautiful faces so you don't say, oh, what in the woman talking? We can see they're getting there. I want you to see them. They are live right now in studio. And so we'd like to say welcome. We're trying to get, okay. So we'll bring them on later. So again, let me say good morning to you wherever you are. Let's take this short break. When we come back, we'll showcase the ladies to you. They want to talk about themselves. They want to talk about the pageant. They want to tell you why you must be the most beautiful girl in Liberia. It's not just taking part in the pageant, but also as a queen. What are your offers? What do you bring to the table? Who are they? What are the platforms? You get to know them. So if you are a fan or a family or a sympathizer of any of these ladies, we urge you to, listen to today's show this morning. Maybe we'll give you the chance to call us and ask them some questions, but we are the ones asking the questions here. Again, my name is Lorena Honoré. I would like to welcome you wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Today is the Today Show. It's right here on Spoon 107.5 FM, right here in Congo Town, Monrovia. All right, so let's take this short break. We will be right back.
New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. New, urban, ethical, authentic, sports, entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM. From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
Absolutely elated to be on these historic grounds of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds. On these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, put together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I've arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore.
I tell you, we are sorry. We apologize for what just happened, but we are back now and we are here to stay. So let's bring on the queens. No delay. Let's start to talk to them. We have two already seated right there. We allow them to introduce themselves and tell you more about themselves. Of course, the beautiful queens right there. So let's talk to you. Hi, ladies. Y'all talk to me, please. Good morning. You are the ones I'm talking to.
Good morning.
All right. Okay, you want to introduce yourself? Tell the people who you are. Pauline. But Pauline, you say you want to be the most beautiful girl in Liberia. You have passion for pageantry? Do you have passion for pageantry?
Yeah.
Is it going to be your first pageant you are going to be participating in?
Yes.
Sheila, I'm sorry, Pauline, we can't hear you.
Yes.
It's going to be your first pageant.
Yes.
All right. Now, but you want to be the most, you want to represent when it comes to beauty in Liberia, you want to represent like the most beautiful girl pageant.
Yes.
Now tell us why should we Liberians choose you as the most beautiful girl in Liberia? What do we see? It's not just about the look, but why should we say yes? We choose Pauline as the most beautiful girl in Liberia.
Well, beauty is not just about appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to be the most beautiful girl in Liberia, 2025, because I want to inspire others to believe in themselves, build their self-confidence, and advocate for others.
Okay. So you want to make sure girls are empowered, and you also want to bring, what did you say again? Say it. Let me hear it from you before they say, I say you say it.
I want to empower others.
Other females?
Yes.
Okay.
Build their self-confidence.
Okay.
and advocate for them.
So you think that there are women who are insecure and you think you should help build their confidence?
Yes.
All right. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to encourage them
by
looking at me.
Oh, they should follow you.
Yes, because I'm someone who shy, but I want them to believe in themselves.
Okay, self-confidence.
Yes.
Let's talk to two other beautiful ladies sitting right there. We are talking about in presence of Atiana Tokpa. If I miss your name because you're from the Southeast, I don't want problem. And also Atina. Our time. Atiana. Atiana. That I always try. All right. And then we have Gifty Roberts. So two beautiful ladies sitting there again. Our audience, we are sorry for whatever technicality that is going on. These things happen, a little glitches, but we are good now and we are on to stay. Tell us a little bit about yourselves, ladies, beginning with you, Gifty Roberts.
My name is Gifty Roberts, and I'm contestant number 1 of the most beautiful girl in Liberia. And I'm passionate.
Contestant number 1?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, go ahead.
And I'm compassionate about empowering adolescents, helping young people build confidence, purpose, and self-decision making.
Okay. So when you say you will help young people to build a confidence, but we'll come to you. Let's get to know Atiana. Atiana, let's know you.
My name is Atina Tokpa. I'm a student. I'm an entrepreneur. I own an online hair business called Atis Attraction.
So you're advertising your business on that show. All right. So Gifty will come back to you. You told us what you wanted to do. Before we get to know what Atina wants to do, we want to know from Gifty. If we should crown Liberian people, will go to that pageant and they say, oh, the winner today is Gifty Roberts. Why? What should we expect from Gifty Roberts as the most beautiful girl in Liberia? Because when Royalty Entertainment come to say they are presenting this program, this event, we see what they look for. We see the different events they put through, the different activities they put through for you ladies to go through before you even become. I've seen workshops, I've seen you engaging in different activities when it comes to different ministries and all of those things. We've been following, you understand? So if you should win this pageant, what should we expect from you, Gifty?
All right. I see beauty as not just appearance. I see beauty as kindness, compassion, and the ability to uplift others.
All right.
So, if crowned the next most beautiful girl in Liberia, I bring authenticity, I bring purpose, I bring empowerment for adolescents.
Okay, so your focus is adolescents.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk to you. Tell us, what do you bring to the tip? I mean, first, let's get to know your platform.
So I've always been passionate about education. I saw my dad. He was very passionate about education, and there are a lot of things now that's affecting our educational system. Over the time, we have heard people say education is nothing, or the youth, they are now depending on the youth. But the big question is, what are we doing to prepare the youth? If we say the youth are the future leaders for tomorrow, what are we doing to prepare the youth? So my platform for this platform will focus on equal, quality, and sustainable education.
Okay. Have you gone through any kind of program activities that lead to your preparation? Maybe you have done one or two things that we might say, oh yes, you have already been engaging, and before being a part of the most beautiful girl.
Yeah. A lot of things that I've done. I usually share books, school materials.
Okay.
So far, yeah.
So you have a local NGO too. Or you just donate?
Yes, just donate.
All right. Let's come back to these two beautiful ladies. You are running up now. You are about to leave. You want to tell your people, you want to talk to your people, you want to tell them, look, I want to put words in your mouth, but I'm just, telling you, like, I'm going to be a part of the most beautiful girl beauty pageant. I need you people to vote for me. I need you people to, come and support me. So we'll start with you, Sheila.
Okay.
You need to go ahead, Sheila, please.
Okay. We'll be part of the most beautiful caring Liberia pageant, and I want you guys to vote for me.
What is your number?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you want to come out to support you? What do you want to say to them?
I want to say, like, build your self-confidence and be positive about everything you do.
Let's hear from you, Pauline. What do you want to say to your people?
I want to say that you should vote me. And also, beauty is not just by appearance, as I said. So I want you to please vote me for the most beautiful girl in Liberia pageant.
We wanted to come and support you. Since the numbers are not out here for you people to start voting so that we don't go to platforms. If you have your numbers, you can, tell us the numbers so that people look up for it.
Contestant number 7.
Okay, so when the voting process starts, contestant number 7 is Pauline, and Pauline wants people to vote contestant number 7. It's going to be on the NBGL platform. That is the most beautiful girl Liberia platform on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you go, you see them on TikTok and all of those things. Do you have a social media platform that people can also follow you on to get to know you, see you, understand your activities?
Yes.
Okay, what's your social media handles?
Pauline K2 on Facebook, Instagram, is see.
Okay.
TikTok, is see.
All right. What's up with you, Sheila?
Hey, Sheila is on Facebook.
Eh?
Hey, Sheila on Facebook.
Sheila?
Yeah, it's spelled ITZZ.
Okay, it's Sheila on Facebook.
And TikTok is Queen Sheila.
Queen Sheila?
Yes. And for my Instagram, it's better than Sheila 54.
Okay, different names.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure your people will find you. Is there a number? Your number? Do you have your number when voting activity starts so we can know when the process starts to vote for you?
Yeah, contestant number 8.
Number 8. So we have number 7 and 8 sitting right there.
Yeah.
Let's go to the 2 other beautiful ladies. Gifty Roberts, you are leaving now. Talk to your people before you leave.
All right, to everyone listening, I want to say be confident in yourself. Believe that your values, your purpose, those potentials you have within, they can only be shown to others if you yourself believe.
All right. Okay, so we should vote for you. Should we follow you on social media?
Yes.
Okay, where?
On Instagram, I'm Gifty E. Roberts. On Facebook, I'm Gifty E. Roberts. On TikTok, I'm Gifty E. Roberts.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to Atiana.
Yeah.
The educator.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gifty. Tell us, now that I'm sorry, Gifty. Atiana, Tokwa.
Yeah.
We talk to your people. You are about to leave now. You also want to give them the number in case the process starts, and so that they'll be able to vote for you. And you also want to give us your social media handles because people are watching, people are listening. As they hear you, what you bring to them, then it's going and start, searching for you.
Firstly, I want to say thank you to the organizer of this beautiful initiative pageant. It's a beautiful thing that you have many young women to unlock their true potential. People are going through a lot of things these days, but we are given the platform to express and be able to give back to our community. So I want to say thank you for that. On Facebook, at Tina Tokpa, ATEANAHTOGBAH. Instagram, the same thing. So kindly support me and let's make a positive change in Liberia.
All right. I tell you, so you heard from them. We still have more ladies to bring in, so please be there. Don't go away. Emmanuel Davis is going to be talking to the rest of the 4 ladies. This is the most beautiful girl in Liberia pageant. That is the ladies, the contestants are being interviewed. This is the first appearance, so bear with us, okay? Everything is not going to be so perfect yet, but the ladies are going to keep appearing on different platforms. But they appear today on the Today Show. Keep following the most beautiful girl in Liberia pageant on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. And you were ready for you to leave here. You were way more ready for you to leave here. We say so many things to Royalty Entertainment, but at the same time, the ladies gave you their numbers. They told you when the voting process starts, you start voting for them. Emmanuel David is here. The board want to talk to some of the beautiful girls. So we're going to make sure more beautiful girls come into the studio to talk to you. Just keep there. This is Spoon 107.5 FM, and we are broadcasting programs of information, education, and entertainment. We're going to see these ladies off and bring in the rest of them. Keep tuned.
Absolutely elated to be on these historic grounds of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds. On these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, put together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I've arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore at the most decisive time in history. So again, I'm happy. I love the energy here, and I'm happy to see the reception. But I have a few words to deliver here to the nation on these campuses of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, George Malawia. The chairperson of this great party, Mr. John Akpo, Secretary General Jefferson Tamakoji, astute members of the executive committee of the Congress of Democratic Change, partisans and all. The Congress of Democratic Change is an enduring symbol of peace, political inclusion, and broad participation of the marginalized and the vulnerable.
An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Nigeria is 100% supporting His Excellency Joseph Nwokoba. No speaker from the opposition will promote us. So we, as politicians, stop and show the difficulty the agenda of proceeding. The general of suppress an opposition speaker. You will not sit there and have any forum. All the things we plan to do, they all get damaged. Whether it answers the property, it died. Local or corruption code, it died. Local minister of local government, it died. Everything they always talk about. Because the Tourism Act, all those Federal Act of Reform Tribunal, all those things died for the first 10 months. But as soon as we resurrected, in the Nigeria, all the bills can be passing. Because I don't waited for our country to be. They never said in this country and then opposition be a speaker of the ruling party. It can't be. So we there will be careful using your money. Ready for use your money, or you use your money for them politically.
Spoon 7.5 FM, broadcasting programs of information, education, and entertainment. Like we said, we have the most beautiful girl in Liberia, Queens, in studio to talk to us. All right, so we'd like to welcome you wherever you are. My name is Lorena Honoré. Earlier on, we were talking to some of the ladies, and we have the rest of them in studio. So let's make sure we bring them on. They are already seated. They want to introduce themselves and tell you about their platforms, and so that you get to know them. I have in person Josephine D. Pratt. We also have Alita Mator, and they are going to introduce themselves and tell you more about themselves right here on the station. The program is today's show. We are sorry if we are running in your time. We welcome you. So let's talk to the rest of the ladies again. It's Spoon 107.5 FM, broadcasting programs of information, education, and entertainment right here in Congo-Town, Monrovia.
An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Benin. An opposition speaker will not push our agenda. We need to have our own speaker. So today, I'm the regime speaker. The speaker of the Republic of Benin is 100% supporting His Excellency Joseph Obama. No speaker for the opposition will promote us. So we, as politicians, stop and show the difficulty the general arrest of proceeding. The general will suppress an opposition speaker. We will not sit there and let go any further. All the things we plan to do, they all get damaged. Whether it's asset recovery, it's bad. Local corruption code, it's bad. Local ministry of local government, it's bad. Everything they always talk about. Because of the Tourism Act, all those law act that will reform my bureau, all those things died for the first 10 months. But as soon as we resurrected, in the Nigeria, all the bills can be passing. Because I want to vote for our country to be. To never sit in this country and let an opposition be a speaker of the ruling party. It can't be. So we better be careful how you use your money. You don't want to use your money, or you use your money for them politically.
Pleased to have Josephine D. Pratt in studio. Let's get her on the stage. All right, Josephine. All right, so we also have Alita Mator. Alita, how are you today? You look beautiful. Please talk into the microphone. Right. Okay, Alita. Mapoya, forgive us for our glitches, but our queens are here and we are going to make sure they are treated royally. Alita, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alita Mator, one of the contestants of the Most Beautiful Girl pageant in Liberia. Contestant number 4. And my platform is drug abuse against Liberians.
Why drug abuse? What did you see there? Did anybody from your family become a victim or friend or somebody you knew that became a substance user and something happened that led to your passion? Or it's just that because you are a youth and you are concerned about what is happening in Liberia when it comes to this drug issue?
Few of my male friends back in high school, some of them are under the influence of drugs right now. So I decided to speak on this, not only because of my friends, but a lot of Liberians are being abused by drugs. So yeah.
What are you going to do? How can you help? What are you going to bring to the table to minimize? Because we know it can't be completely eradicated. I don't care how we try. But what are you going to bring to the table? What kind of introduction you will bring as most beautiful girl in Liberia, as the queen, that will help to minimize the drug business in the country here?
So if crowned the most beautiful girl in Liberia, I will use my voice and work with the board members to, speak about drugs.
Okay.
The more we talk, the more people listen.
All right.
Depends how well we work together.
All right, Lita. So that's your platform. Now, even though now you are coming into pageantry, you want to take part in the most beautiful girl, you want to represent Liberia on that stage. Have you gone into any activity leading to this drug abuse? Have you engaged with ghettos, go to ghettos, engaged with some of the disadvantaged youth in any way?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also a content creator, and my team and I we go around to talk to people.
Okay.
So this gone July 26th, we went around to a few ghettos.
Okay.
Try asking them what somebody are in the street, and all they can say, friends, influenced by friends.
Wow.
But to be precise, I can't allow nobody influence me. If I don't want to do something, I won't do it.
Okay.
But that's a lot of things people are lacking.
All right. They tell you sometimes what they look forward for, what they hope for to be able to get out of this habit.
Somebody will say they need to go to rehab, and after that they will be a better person. Somebody say they need to start working, no work, nothing.
All right. Okay, so now let's look at you as most beautiful girl in Liberia, queen, as the queen. Okay. Now you have your people listening, and you are about to go to this pageant. You need the support. You need the attention. You need everything that it takes. You also have a social media platform. Now you want to talk to your people right now. You are given the chance on this big stage to tell your people why they should make you most beautiful girl in Liberia.
All right. So I believe that when I'm crowned the most beautiful girl, I will be able to work with a lot of people. I'm someone that's passionate about speaking.
Okay.
So I want to use my voice. I want to be heard. I want to be that voice to speak for those who is unseen, unheard.
Okay.
I want to be that person. So I believe that I should be given the opportunity to do that.
All right. Okay, well, if you just tuned in, we'd like to welcome you. This is the Today Show, and we are in conversation with the most beautiful girl in Liberia contestants. We talked to a few of them. Now we have in studio Alita Mator, we have Josephine T. Pratt, and they are going to be talking to us. They are talking to us about who they are and what they are going to be doing, the platforms that they have to offer as Liberians, and if they are crowned, any of them is crowned as the queen of the country when it comes to the most beautiful girl in Liberia, if they should be representing Liberia on that stage through that platform, what they are going to be doing. And Alita Mator is saying that she's passionate about this drug thing. Too many youth are being, are abusing drugs. You hear about the different kinds of drugs, so she's passionate about it. She wants to use her voice to talk to people. Now let's talk to the other ladies. We'll come back to Alita. Alita, I know you're going to talk to us about your number in case the voting process starts, the number to vote. What is your number?
Contestant number 4.
Number 4. Now let's talk to, we have Josephine T. Pratt and Jackie Weah. Both of them are seated there. Jackie Weah, how are you? Are you sure? Yeah. Talk to us because we can't hear you, Jackie.
I'm fine.
All right, Jackie Weah is fine. Now, Jackie, tell us a little bit about Jackie Weah and why must we make Jackie Weah the queen of most beautiful girl?
First of all, let me introduce myself again. Contestant number 9 of the Most Beautiful Girls project in Liberia. I should be crowned the Most Beautiful Girls because I want to push my platform, using my voice to raise awareness on cyberbullying.
Okay, so your platform is cyberbullying.
Yeah.
All right. Why are you passionate about cyberbullying?
I choose this platform because I have seen how hurtful words, messages, and online attack can break someone down.
Okay. Did it happen to you? Did you experience it?
Yeah.
Okay, so give us a story. Tell us a story.
Oh, okay. Back then, 2018, when I was in school, let's say the 12th grade, I was in the 12th grade, and then I post something online and I make an error.
Okay.
So the next day when I went to school, it took over my whole school, and then
Okay.
I feel like shame, and I decided to drop out of school. But then someone encouraged me, say I should never give up, I should go back.
All right. Since then, have you been helping others since it is your platform, have you been helping others that have been cyberbullied?
Yeah.
All right.
Especially for where I work. I work as an institution, so I deal with kids.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your number when the voting process starts?
Contesting number 9.
Number 9. What are your social media platform handles?
Eshagijiria on Facebook, Instagram, Eshagijiria, TikTok, Eshagijiria.
Okay, now let's talk to Josephine Pratt. Hi, Josephine.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Tell us about yourself a little bit and why we should make you the most beautiful girl in Liberia.
My name is Miss Josephine T. Pratt, contestant number 6 in this year's Most Beautiful Girl pageant. And my platform is about mental health awareness.
Okay.
I chose this platform because it's personal, and I want to create a space where people feel safe to express themselves without the fear of judgment.
Okay.
And I should be crowned the most beautiful girl in Liberia because, to me, being the most beautiful girl in Liberia is about confidence, purpose, and impact.
Okay.
Not just looks.
All right.
I give this beauty through my dedication, my drive to excel, and my ability to inspire and connect with others.
Okay.
So if beauty is reflected in energy, responsibility, and positive contribution to Liberia, I'm ready to own it and work to deliver good results.
All right. So what are your social media handles, Josephine Pratt?
Facebook, Josephine T. Pratt. Instagram, Josephine Pratt. TikTok, Jojo Pratt.
All right. So we should vote for Josephine Pratt when the voting process starts at number
6.
All right. Now we come back to Alita. Alita, we didn't ask you for your social media handles, and we are closing up with you now. So tell us about your social media handles, and again, remind the people about your number. Talk to your supporters.
All right. For Facebook, Alita Tita Matua, Instagram the same, and TikTok Tita, just Tita.
Okay. And your number is?
My number is contestant number 4.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So when the voting process starts, they should do that. Now you want people to follow you on all of your social media handles. So we encourage you, ladies, that when you are on your social media right now, especially you are a part of Royalty Entertainment. All right, it's a unique organization, and they are the host of the Most Beautiful Girl in Liberia pageant. That is why you ladies are going through different activities and different workshops and photo shoots and all of these things. It tells you that it is a unique brand. So I will encourage you, ladies, to please continue to brand yourselves. Go back on your social media handles. Make sure you represent when it comes to royalty, a queen, and what it should be when it comes to the most beautiful girl in Liberia. With that said, my name is Lorena Honoré. We would like to say goodbye to the queens. Let me wave like a queen. I'm waving like a queen. I'm sure the queens are waving too. Let's wave like queens. Yeah, we are. We are all queens. Royalty Entertainment. But before we leave, we want to hear from the CEO of Royalty Entertainment, Goreti Atoka Ruhana. She's in studio. Very busy. A little girl that I know a long time. I've just always been busy. So let's talk to her. Madam Royalty, tell us a little bit about you and about this, your pageant year.
Now, Madam Royalty. Good morning, everyone. I'm Goreti Atoka Ruhana, and I'm the Executive Director of the Most Beautiful Girl Liberia pageant. This pageant is mostly to empower young women and to give them the platform to raise their voices. And that's why every year we require all of them to have a platform or an advocacy. And that's why you see them talking about their platforms. We just do this because so many young women are going, the youth basically, are going through so much in Liberia, especially young girls. And we want our contestants, we're not just focused only on the winner is going to do a lot, but we also want the contestants to work a lot when it comes to the pageant, because they all have individual interests. And the pageant will be in January, and I'm really excited about it. I want to say a big shout out to Spoon FM. You guys have given us the opportunity to be here to talk about our pageant, to talk about ourselves. Please be patient with our girls. They're amazing, smart young women that are growing. And I always tell people this: we are all victims of not so good educational system. So you can really expect the girls to speak big books that they get master's degrees to be big.
There are some master's degrees that don't hold us, that don't even.
Exactly, but they are really doing amazing, and we're all so proud of them. The pageant will be January 10th, and I just want to say a special shout out to Spoon FM, like I said, for giving us the opportunity to be here. We really appreciate you guys empowering young women and supporting women empowerment. We really appreciate you. We look up to you guys. And we also want to say thanks to some of our sponsors, like Standard. We want to say thanks to Standard Oil. And gas. We want to say thanks to our Royal Grand Hotel. We want to say thanks to Agri Ready Incorporated, the best black brand in the country. We want to say thanks to Serenity Spy, Fashion Corner, Media, Rich Saloon, and the rest of the people that are supporting us. We appreciate it. Shout out to Standard Energy.
Shout out to me.
And shout out to Sabrina for for everything she's doing. Shout out to Emmanuel David. Shy one of the girls.
Who wants to know when 5 p.m. we also live on Fabric 101.
And shout out to Darius.
Yeah, and so Darius Lobo, I tell you, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, that's what we do. The people complain, oh, you have to talk politics. Yeah, we are now. We offer platform for young women to come and talk about who they are in the different platforms. And you hear beautiful platforms. If these ladies are given a chance, they will definitely showcase it. So we also look out to the government of Liberia. Yeah, we're coming back to the government. These children are living in different districts. And the districts that are living in these districts, they get represented in there. And the Montserrat County Senator then, because they are here in Montserrat. All right. So please reach out, help the girls. Make sure they are prepared. Get ready for the pageant. Stop putting whichever way you can, so that these ladies can sell what they have to sell. My name is Lorena Honoré. I've been here with Emmanuel Pauline David. And I said thank you for following us. Please share the show. Make sure you reach out there, download, edit, take your own, or do the podcast, everything. Say Most Beautiful Girl pageant coming. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.